Hi guys, and welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to be doing another little spooky inspired look. I currently have all of my face makeup on. This is actually going to be a separate video, so this is a full face of Ulta makeup, or makeup from Ulta is what I should probably say. So this is what we've got so far. Everything that I have on my face is always in the description bar down below, so if you actually want to check it out, you can. I think I'm going to upload the Ulta video first, otherwise it's a little bit of a spoiler. So if you want to see what I've got on my face and what like my thoughts are, go check out that video. I'll link up in the cards for you. But today I wanted to play around with a palette that I picked up last year. So I picked this up last Halloween, like Black Friday time last year. And this is going to typically happen like going forward for all spooky pooky seasons, is that I'm going to pick up palettes on Black Friday, and is going to surpass Halloween spooky season. And these two palettes were kind of like falling in that category of I picked them up after spooky season on a really good discount and wanted to include them this year. I don't know if these came out, I'm just having a look quickly actually. These actually came out in 2023, so we're in 2025 now. What timeline am I on? These came out 2 years ago. God damn, no wonder they were on a discount. I picked them up last year. So these are the two Nightmare, and you said before Christmas. These are the two Nightmare on Elm Street palettes, like the Freddy Krueger palettes. They both have the colour story. Can you please ignore my chipped nails if you see them? I'll try and hide them away. They both have the colour story on the back of them. As you can see, I'm in green and I'm wearing a green highlight. You probably can't tell that actually, but it's a green highlighter. I'm going to play around with this one. This is the Freddy Krueger palette, and this is the Dream Master palette. This palette is one of those really cool, what are these called again? Something, lectogram, something, what's it called? Lenticular. Why was I thinking of lectogram? What the hell's a lectogram? Lenticular. It's got a lenticular design, so it's like his claws, his claws coming out, or like knife hands, and then you can just see Elm Street. It's really cool. And then inside, look at this, fresh, never been touched. We have a nice little mirror, and then this is what the palette looks like inside. This is really grungy, really cool. I want to do a smoky look. Does that surprise you? Probably not. I've also got one of the Kaleidos like multi-chrome eyeliners. I'm thinking I could really put this on the lower lash line. I feel like this would kind of go with this feel, this vibe. So yeah, let me give you the up close and personal, the swatches, and let's just zoom in and have fun with it. I've also got these cute little earrings on. They look like big sort of tusks or claws, something like that. These are like one of my favorite pairs of earrings. I don't know why, they just look like prehistoric, but kind of edgy. I really like them. They're like, wow. I'm gonna go into the shade Elm Street, which is beautiful, like sagey, like a deepened sagey green. And my concealer is all creased, and I'm just gonna pat that kind of all throughout the crease, really. I know it's a first world problem, but dude, my forehead wrinkles, I'm not impressed. These are like, they're deepening. This wasn't an occurrence like 18 months ago. I've got deepened forehead wrinkles. I'm not about it. Please and thank you. I'd like to return them. What do I need? Do I need like more peptide moisturizer? I really want to get the, what's it called? The Paula's Choice one. The peptide, like it's a pink peptide moisturizer. I really want to pick that one up. It looks good. Bearing in mind this is the lightest matte in the palette, I think this is going to be quite a deep, dark look today. People are going to be thinking I'm going out clubbing. And I'm like, no. Just trying on palettes for spooky season. I'm just kind of taking that product and just kind of blending it up and out. Not taking more of it, but just blending it up, because like I said, this is the lightest shade that we've got. So I just kind of want to make sure that we've got a little bit of smokiness happening before we lay down all of those darker shades. And it doesn't, like the dark shades don't go up too high. I'm then going to apply the shade Maniac, this one right here. I might go into Knives, but also I want to go into Maniac and just apply this kind of, I fear I'm doing a light to dark look. All of my looks are bloody the same and I'm boring. But we're going to somehow make this look different, okay? This is the month of challenging myself. Please and thank you. Do you know what? I'm gonna like bring this all the way in. Not like quite in the inner quarter, but I'm just gonna kind of just put it all over the lid. and then buff it into the crease a little bit. Honestly, my tinnitus is driving me crazy lately. All I can hear is like a whooshing sound in my right ear. It's rough. It's really rough. I keep thinking I'm hearing things. I'm like, nope, that's just my ear. Can you see how even though I'm dragging this across like inward, I'm leaving the crease. I'm sort of like leaving it so when I open my eye, there's still that pop of brighter green. And I'm literally just doing that by avoiding going too far up. I'm just staying close to the lash line here and then buffing out, almost like an angled situ. And I'm just literally just packing this on in really thin layers and just blending by sort of dragging and sweeping and then buffing in the crease a little bit. I'm gonna go back into a tiny bit of Elm Street, that original, or like the first shade, and just go around the edges and a little bit more here to just re-intensify, just so it's not lost. I'm just gonna repeat that on this side quickly. Okay, next I really wanna smoke out this lower lash line, but I did say I want to put this eyeliner on. This is the Kaleidos, I don't even know what they're actually called, just like the multi-chrome eyeliners. And this one is in the shade 7Cs. Sorry if you can't see this, I'm really rubbish at trying to get waterline eyeliner like on camera, just because of the way I have to tilt my head. I really try not to pull my eyes down, which is absolutely fine with my outer half, but when it gets to like this bit, I just feel the need to just slightly, even just with, yeah, just my finger, just kind of pull my lid a little bit taut. And I don't do this very often, and I'm not really pulling, I'm just kind of pushing a little bit. I'm not like yanking the skin about. So I'm taking this shade on the waterline and then running it just where my lash root is. I'm trying to tidy that concealer a little bit, just where I've stuck my little finger in there. My hair is so oily right now. I've got literally half a can of dry shampoo in my head. Some things that don't change, baby. Some things do not change. I'm gonna go into the shade Burned, which is this lovely black matte shade. And I wanna run this kind of on the lash line, again, where that root is coming out of my like lower lashes. But I want to do a really fine line of this. I don't want this to be smoked out too much because I want to put the other dark green shade and then go underneath of that. But I just want there to be like this really dark, intense cut off between the shadow and the liner, if I can help it. And I think just to be a little bit interesting, I'm gonna take this, wow, I wasn't focused, brilliant. I was just gonna say, to be a bit interesting, I'm just gonna take this line into the inner corner, just like this, just for a little bit of interest. That's just something different that I don't do. You know, I don't ever take a little bit of liner in the inner corner, so it's just a bit different for me. Those aren't even. Those aren't even at all. I mean, it's probably got something to do with the fact that my eyes aren't that even either, so maybe we just live with it and move on, you know? It's very Cleopatra vibes. Do I hate it? No. I'm gonna take the shade Asylum, which is this lovely deep, I need to call it brown, green, this deep green. I've literally tapped that on the end, and I'm just gonna go underneath, and I kind of wanna smoke this quite heavily without looking dead, so challenge accepted. Challenge accepted, baby. Sorry if I'm serving you the worst angles, but trying to do my underline, like my lower lash line, I just find it so difficult. I have to like get this close. I don't like it. Chrissy, wake up. I don't like this. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be okay because I'm gonna will it to be okay. I'm gonna take our first brush that we were playing around with that Elm Street shade. There's no product on it, but I'm just gonna very gently go onto the underside of that. Hopefully just take the starkness of this away. Maybe, hopefully. I think that helped. I don't know if you can notice it, but I can notice it. It's just a little bit less like, oof. Let's repeat that on this eye. I always prefer this side to this side. Like this side just went a bit crazy. Like we went over here, but this side was contained. It was behaved. If I like fluff it out a little bit, just to kind of match, and then we take the original blending brush. I'm gonna go back into that Maniac shade, this one right here, and just kind of put this on the outer corner and just kind of connect it up a little bit as much as I can, just so it's not like a weird gap. I just want to re-intensify that inner corner black bit, just because I feel like this side's really intense. We have a variety of like shimmers and metallics. I don't think any of these are like particularly special, but I do want to play around with this one, and I think this one, maybe this one, like on the lower lash line, maybe we'll do that. So I'm gonna start off by going into this shade, which is called Killer, and I'm just gonna apply this just here, not too heavy, just literally patting it in dry with my finger on the inner corner, or like the inner quarter, should I say. And because we've got that Elm Street shade underneath, it's like really helping it turn more green than the lime that's in the pan. Then I'm gonna go into Coming For You, which is like this grungy metallic-y brown, and I'm just gonna layer that in the center and just kind of blend it around a little bit. Merge it in with the Killer shade that I've just put down. I'm just gonna take a touch of Killer just on my middle finger and just kind of go back and blend over. I always do this with metallics. I always just take, I mean, if you've been on my channel for a while, you'll know this. Like I just go back and forwards, just kind of blend them in the middle so it's not like too blocky. There's like a nice transition between the two shades. I'm then going to go into the shade Boiler Room, this one right here. I feel like I'm going to get a lot of fallout with this, so I'm just going to spritz it. And I want to apply this on the lower lash line too. I'm glad I sprayed that because there is a little bit of fallout just because I was applying with a pencil brush. That's not necessarily the shadow's fault. It's just when you apply a metallic with a dense brush, it just picks up in a different way. It doesn't necessarily lay flat on the brush. I'm not very obsessed with this look, I won't lie to you. Maybe I can go into the shade Vengeance, which is like this black base with green glitters. Maybe if I just like push the very outer corner. I think that helps. I think this does actually help. It's just like tying it in together a little bit more. I'm just gonna use that pencil brush that we used on the lower lash line just to kind of like buff it a little bit, just so it's not harsh. And then just like I did earlier, I'm gonna go back into the shade Coming For You just on my finger and just blend the other side of that, just so again there's not like this blob of black base creeping through. I'm gonna just take the shade Maniac again and just blend very lightly. I haven't really got a lot on my brush, to be honest. I'm just kind of just trying to make it all into one. Wipe off that brush, and with the same brush go into Elm Street and just do the same here. Noting that the lightest shimmer was Killer, which is the one I've already got on my inner quarter of my eye, I'm going to use the highlight from my face, the Full Face of Ulta Beauty, or Full Face of Makeup from Ulta Beauty, should I say. Got to correct myself. This is the Wet n Wild Chameleon highlighter in the shade 2 Cyrus, and this is like a beautiful green chrome highlighter. I think it's really cool. So I want to go and just place this just here on top of that like little dash. I don't want to take it underneath, I want to keep it on top of it, but I almost want to draw a little bit of attention to it, but in a way where it's like, this was purposeful, I meant to do this. This was not an accident. And then I'm just going to literally just take this just here, flick it up a little bit like that, and then for a bit of funsies, let's just put this on the brow bone too. What I like about this green highlighter is it's got green sparkles, but it doesn't like leave a green cast. I've obviously got very like fair skin. I'd say it's more of a light skin than fair skin, but you can see that it's not leaving a green cast on my skin, but it's got that green reflection, which I really think is cool, because if you're after a coloured highlighter, you don't necessarily want there to be a base to it. You just want to be able to put it on. I'm just gonna take a fluffy brush just to fluff away any big chunks. You just want to put it on without worrying that you're gonna have like a green stripe on your face when you turn your face. You don't get that with this. It kind of looks gold if I'm honest, but then it does hit limey green in angles. I actually quite like this. I'm gonna go and apply the Essence Lash Princess Sculpted Volume Mascara because that is from Ulta. And maybe I'll put some lashes on. I've got these Glamlite lashes. I'm not sure if I'll need them, but maybe I will. Okay, I'm back and I feel like that mascara did the Lord's work. Honestly, like I'm debating whether I need to do lashes or not, but I feel like it might be fun. I've got a whole lash drawer and my lashes come out of retirement 2 to 3 times a year, quite honestly. And they're always the same lashes as well. Like I don't play with big, fluffy, monstrous Chinook style lashes anymore. I used to, and now I put them on, I'm like, how? When? Why? Like, when did I apply this to my face? I think let's just have fun and apply them. Why not? Why not? The people of Argos and Sainsbury's can stare at my beauty. I don't really know what these are called, just the strawberry shortcake lashes. They're from Glamlite too. I feel like these are going to be absolutely monstrous, like ridiculously big. Oh my god. It's like look at this. Okay, these are huge. Right, maybe if I cut a bit off, I can just angle it back out. Let's do that. I'm back again. Why do I feel like if I blink fast enough, I'm gonna take off, you know, like, whee! These are crazy. I can't go into Sainsbury's looking like this. I look like I'm about to go clubbing, and Jesus, I haven't been clubbing in a long time, so look at the size of them. How did I ever wear these and think, you know, I'm the boss? I mean, there's an element of it where I'm like, go good thing. And there's an element where I'm like, who is looking in the mirror back at me? Who is she? It's fun though. Do you know what? We're here to have, let me zoom out. Zoom up mode. Yeah, do you know what? We have fun. I had fun. My hair's still oily as hell, like stuck to my head, because I've got the oiliest roots in the whole of the south, don't you know it? Yeah, here we are. Freddy Krueger, eat your heart out. This look just absolutely reminds me of Freddy Krueger, because when you look at this, you think, Freddy. I like this palette. Is it my favorite? No. Is it Glamlite's best formula? No. But this is a couple of years old, so like I'm not gonna give them beef for it, you know. This is fun. This is a fun little thing. It's a fun little thing. Will this probably end up in my decluttering pile? Yeah, probably. I've got other green palettes that are just as nice. I liked this. I think this is a nice. It's nice. I had fun, most importantly. But yeah, this is like a really cute palette for just if you want like two shadow looks. Like you throw this in a crease and it's kind of got like the corresponding metallic that kind of goes with it. So I like this. I actually like the design of the packaging. I think it's fun. It's Halloween, spooky inspired palette. So it's just fun, you know. I think sometimes makeup doesn't have to be serious. It doesn't have to be all about the quality. I think this is like, it's about a little bit of everything. It's about the theme, the packaging, the color story, the quality, the pan embossings as well, like Freddy Krueger's hands and claw marks. It's like, it's makeup for fun. And that's all it is. It's not trying to take itself too seriously, and neither am I applying it, to be honest. I hope you had fun today with me. If you've got this palette, then maybe I've inspired you to even just pull it out of the depths of your drawers and play around with it, because why not? Re-love some of your makeup. But that is it for today's video, and I just want to thank you so much for watching. Thumbs the video up if you did enjoy. Let me know, do you have the Freddy Krueger palettes from Glamlite? What do you think about Glamlite? Because I feel like they're moving away from the horror stuff now, but then I saw a couple of horror palettes that they've got on the cards and I was like, oh, okay, damn, are we gonna see like back-to-back releases of horror movies again? I was kind of getting a little bit over that, I'm not gonna lie. Like, they were kind of all looking a little bit the same. I feel like we could have waited and separated them out a little bit. We've got the Halloween, is it Halloween 2? Or something like that. I don't know. We've got another one. We've got another one coming this year, or it's already come. I don't really know. I'm not keeping on top of things anymore. I'm really not. Subscribe if you haven't already and ring the bell because then you'll be notified of all the videos that I upload. I hope you take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.